Gemini Sun, Gemini Moon, Gemini Rising. Welcome to your reading for January 16th through the 22nd. You guys have had quite the journey with Mars retrograding in your sign, fortunately last week, stationed direct, and now he's slowly moving forward. You have Mercury, your ruling planet, moving forward this week, and so you have some really, wow, interesting energy coming out here. Hold on. Oh, really? Huh. Okay. Hold on. This is really fascinating what's going on. All right. Let's see here. All right, guys. So things are finally going to start moving. They're going to be moving slowly for most people. But I think for you, the energy shift with Mars having broken loose and hanging out in your sign so freaking long has definitely helped. Mercury moving direct is going to kind of clear up some of that. And clarity is going to start coming in. And you have, for overall energy here, you have kind of like roots and wings kind of thing going on. You have the ostrich and the fairy. And the ostrich says to ground and connect to your body. It's time to deal with the practical matters, things that have been being put off. So this is about getting really grounded. And when something comes up, you know, make your decision and make it quickly and decide to go with it. The fairy encourages you, though, to have the fun, to enjoy life again. You're being supported with opportunities by Mother Earth. So there's a really grounded energy coming in, probably because Mercury is hanging out in the grounded side of Capricorn. But it is about, you know, really getting your feet gathered underneath you and to start moving forward. And it says your grounded practical steps, fast progress, energy, manifestation, and play. I shine my light with playfulness and pleasure and with practical steps. So being very grounded in your choice and decision making. I love how it has, like Gemini, they're the two heads that are looking in the opposite direction, right? With practical steps, I make fast progress on my path. Like everybody else, it's kind of like we're getting up to speed. I feel like for you guys, it's very much of a launching forward. You have this independent energy of the Nine of Stones, like you have completed something and you're getting ready to move forward. Even though it's a 9 and it's not the completion of the cycle, this 10 of Stones or the 10 of Pentacles, right? That is to me the best card in the deck, and you're moving toward it. And with the card of Temperance, the sunflower though, and the sunflower has so many seeds and they spread far and wide. But this is about following the sun, following the joy, following what brings happiness to you and really letting yourself light up. It's definitely about roots and wings this week. So the key to the situation though is you have Kali. And Kali is in this deck, the destroyer, the tower. She is going to bring down what does not serve, what does not fit. Uranus is about to station direct on Sunday. And so I think where you have been hesitating because Mars has been doing his retrograde and you've been weighing out the option and you've been looking at things from a much more... what's the word I want here? Really getting into the details, a much slower, a chance to really dive a little deeper than is normally how you do things. I think it's been a real shift in the way you do things. Now things are going to move forward and they're going to move forward quickly. And so now the tower is going to come down. And so the key is the tower. The tower may have already happened, or it is going to happen this week because it's the key. But what it's going to do is it's going to clear out the things that don't work in your life, okay? Do not fear the tower, especially not when it's called Kali, because Kali says, hey, I'm here to support your growth and to help you on your path. And so let me clear some space for you so that you can find the way forward much easier. And so it's almost as though she's walking away from the rubble where something fell down, right? Even though it looks like it's neatly stacked, there might be that moment where you pause and you look at it and you go, okay, I'm going to sort through this and find the things of value. It's actually stacked like almost in a ritualistic way. And so there is the letting go, the releasing in a very thoughtful manner that's not just all scattered around. Very thoughtful, but now letting go and moving forward. The thing that's been slowing you down has been around some sort of healing or getting information. It's the Six of Scrolls, which is like the Six of Swords, but here you could see the little fairy's got her head pressed up against the elephant, seeking the wisdom and the guidance. of the ancestors and seeking the knowledge. And so that has been, again, communication has been a little slow, especially with Mercury in retrograde, but Mars has really slowed down the pace of everything. And it has allowed you the opportunity to heal and to get your feet underneath you for the next step. You have been seeking your Ace of Cups. You have been seeking what brings me the joy, what brings me the happiness. What do I want to invest my energy into? And you have two aces here in sort of like the energy that's passing, moving forward. The challenge, the thing to overcome was getting the information. We have these two keys here. It is the Ace of Scrolls. It is calling in the magic. And you can see this new moon up here that's happening. And so, again, it's sort of as though that new moon that we have this week, and by the way, I did make a new moon video for you. You are an air sign, so it will be out on Wednesday, on Mercury Day. So there is this energy here of seeking the information that's been hard to get, but I think you get it. Because here in how do you move forward? First out came the Two of Mirrors, the Two of Cups. So that's finding someone who mirrors your goals and your dreams. So this is finding that soulmate, which doesn't need to be necessarily a love partnership, right? Like if you have a business idea or a plan of action or anything you want to do, somebody who really gets you, gets your vision, sees what it is, has the same vision. You see they're both wearing mirrors there. Sorry for all the noise. We got somebody moving into the building. Here we have the Seven of Scrolls. There's two doors there. Here, the keys, right? The keys with the scroll. And I almost feel like the information that tells you which key you need, because I think one key fits one door and the other key fits the other door. But it looks like you're making a choice or you're making a decision of this is the community that gets me. This is the thing that aligns with my soul purpose. This is the opportunity that I want to take. So it could be a job. It could be a place that you want to move to. It could be a relationship for sure. Whatever it is, the breaking down of the situation has already happened. Because here, you've already had a chance to look at it and stack things up and say, I'm walking away from that crap there. Here in the area of the action to take, we have the Queen of Scrolls, the Weaver. She says to write, because she's writing, to write your new story. What do you want your life to look like a year from now? And this is the year with the energy of the seven, the spiritual help and this guidance, but this alignment of your intention and your action. So what do you want your story to look like? Write it down. And then you're going to need to take action accordingly. You're going to need to manifest it. You have two queens here. So very powerful. This is the energy. This is the action to take, and this is the energy to anchor into. And look, she's painting, she's creating. She is creating the world that she wants to live in. So the action step this week, especially with that new moon happening in a fellow air sign, is to write it down. Write down what it is. Write it down. Make a commitment to yourself, a contract with yourself, and what are the next couple of action steps, and start creating your new story, your new life, your new dream. Because you have a lot of energy that is just pushing you forward here. What wasn't supposed to be in your life, I feel like it's probably, this isn't like something, I don't think this is something that's, you are well aware of it. And it is what is the driving force that's sending you forward. It's the thing you've been doing the healing work on. Now what do you want your life to look like? So in the area of resources, we have the Page of Spirals. So news and information coming in. So resources, that definitely could be financial, okay? But it's also your energy, your dreams, your goals. It's the thing that you put your energy into. That's your resources, right? So we have all kinds of resources. We have mental resources. We have physical resources. We have financial resources. We have emotional resources. The Page of Wands is getting ready to step out onto a new journey and start moving in a new direction. He's a little fired up there with that ram, right? He's like, let's go. And Jupiter is in Aries, and so it's kind of that energy of What do you want to expand? What do you want to push out? And that energy is in the energy of a sextile with your sign, Gemini, which is the energy of choice and decision making. You get to choose what you want to do. And Mars, which rules Aries, is saying, yeah, and let's get going on it. Let's do the thing. So what is the vision? And then actively start creating it. And in the heart space, we have this Knight of Stones. He's called the illusionist. And so in your heart, you hold the vision. And in your heart, you know, because this painting does not get slapped together really fast either. You know it's going to be step by step by step. But you're moving toward the 10 of Stones, the 10 of Pentacles, the having it all and knowing that you have it all energy. And so this week, while you've been feeling like, I don't know, I can't seem to get things started, things are moving for you, and they're going to pick up speed. And so it becomes very important that you are clear on what the end game is. What is your vision for the future? Makes decision making a lot easier because you're being asked with those ostriches to make a decision quickly when you see the opportunity to snag it and grab it. Right? And so taking the time to sit down at the beginning of the week, on Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, that moon is it's in Scorpio for a little bit, and then it gets into Sagittarius. Right up until the time that Mercury is moving and direct, sit down and spend that time. Spend that time writing down, getting very clear on what it is that you want, because you have the card of the narrow pathway. Tread thoughtfully. So it's not about rushing ahead, even though you're going to need to make rapid decisions. It is about knowing. It is about knowing what the next steps are. Because here's what it is this is one of those, over like a canyon or something, it's one of those plank bridges that are just on rope and plank. And so you know where you're going. But you can't go running across the bridge. It's going to sway and you're going to fall off. So this is almost a crawling action, but it's knowing purposely, I'm going here, I'm going here, I'm going here, I'm going here. But you can't do that if you haven't written it down, if you haven't created the map, if you don't have a goal in mind. And so the goal in mind may only be that, I know that I don't want to work here anymore. Okay, so you figured that out. That's important. So what are the steps you need to take? You need to get your resume in order. You need to, if you have projects you need to wrap up, you want to wrap those up. Whatever it is, you start looking through the things that you have to do. You get very, methodical. You don't want to just get in a huff and quit. This is not how that works. This is getting your resume together, taking a look to see what the opportunities are. The best time to get a job is when you have a job. So, start putting the feelers out. Who do you know that knows somebody? Getting those things in order, right? And so the beginning of the week where you know what the changes that you want to make, and you want to start to get into more of an alignment with a group or a project or whatever it is that you want, or a relationship that really reflects your values back to you, get it together so you can start moving forward. Because then when that moon gets into Capricorn, that is right after Mercury is moving direct, and they're going to end up having a nice little conjunction coming up here. You have spend time in nature, helps you to shift to high vibration and reminds you of God's infinite abundance. Go outside and enjoy a walk or a hike. Okay? So take a little bit of time out in nature. Again, this grounded energy. We have the fairy and the ostrich. It's very grounded. Right? To go out there, you have the Queen of Stones, you have the Knight of Stones, you have the Nine of Stones. They're asking you to get grounded, figuratively and literally. So get out in nature, take a pad, a pencil with you, and sit out there and jot down notes. Like sit in the quiet and the still coming up onto this new moon, to really get very clear about what it is you want so that you can launch yourself forward in the direction you want to go. This last week before this new moon is really the last quiet space and time that we're going to get for months, until about May. And so really using this energy effectively over the next 3 months requires planning. And you've had time to plan, but it's been hard, right? And so you're being asked to go ahead and put it on paper now. You've been ruminating, you've been thinking, you've been trying to figure it out. You have the card of hope that's coming out with this new moon. I love it because it kicks off a year of hope, right? The water rabbit. Check out your new moon video. You'll know what I'm talking about. So you have here courage and rebirth. You are making, Kali, this big change. Have the courage, the strength to move forward. So you are safe. Fear is an illusion. Set strong boundaries. You are safe. We have the illusionist here. In your heart, you get to decide what is true for you. And what is true for you is that you are safe. Have the courage, set strong boundaries, and the rebirth. Reinvent yourself. Write your new story. Paint your, co-create your new world with spirit. Reinvent yourself. Give life to your dreams and create a new reality. Whatever it is that you want, this illusionist in the heart, he sees what he wants and then he builds structure around it. When Saturn gets into Pisces, March 7th, that is about creating structure around our dreams. We've got to know what our dream is to be able to do that, though. So now is the time to get that figured out, get that wired. All right. It looks like a really powerful week for you guys. I'm on Facebook every day. You can check out the energy of the day as you go through if it helps to keep you motivated. Love to see you over there. And keep your eye out for Wednesday when you get your new moon video. You guys take great care, and I'll talk to you soon.